we're excited about playing in the tournament, understanding that the tournament will probably be a reflection of the way the regular season has been from a competitive standpoint. It, without question, in my mind and memory, has been the most competitive year, top to bottom, that we have ever had in the Southeastern Conference. So it's to me an exciting time for our league, and certainly makes for what I think will be a most interesting and exciting Southeastern Conference tournament.
First up is Doug Roberson of the AJC.
How are you, Coach?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. Of what's made South Carolina so good, and what you have to do to try to beat them in this tournament?
Well, we play Vanderbilt.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But as far as what makes South Carolina so good, I think there's a number of things. Number one, they have excellent players and athleticism. They are very well coached. And the thing that resonates with me as I watch them play is that they're a very disciplined basketball team. They know what they want.
Okay.
They know how to go about getting what they want offensively, and are very good at it. They have all the pieces that an outstanding team has. Excellent point play, excellent wing play, 3 players on the perimeter that shoot the 3 ball at a very good percentage, and then inside can go 2 bigs, 6'4", who are extremely talented, or they can go with 1 big and just an outstanding, dynamic 4-man who is powerful, quick, can beat you off the dribble, beat you under the basket, beat you on the boards, and hurt you from the mid-range. So they're a team that has all the pieces.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Next is Justin Hubbard of the Bread and Black newspaper.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Good, Justin. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Can you just comment on Vanderbilt a little bit and just talk about what you think your team needs to do to try and defeat them the second time around?
Sure. Vanderbilt is a very skilled basketball team. One of the things I think that gets overlooked with Vanderbilt is their defensive ability. They play excellent defense, and they mix that between man and zone, and they can extend their defense into the full court. And they do that, I think, at times to control the tempo or dictate the tempo of the game. Offensively, very skilled, very disciplined, terrific guard play, and deep at that position. In order to beat Vanderbilt, number one, you have to be effective offensively. And to do that, you have to be disciplined as a basketball team to read and react to the type of defense that they're playing. Offensively, or defensively rather, to beat Vanderbilt, I think you have to play a solid all-round game, but you have to respect the fact that they have 2 of the most productive guards in the Southeastern Conference.
Right. Okay, and just one last thing. Vanderbilt was one of the first losses you guys had this year, and it obviously started a streak of some tough losses on the road. Do you think your players are going to come in with a chip on their shoulder to try and kind of avenge that loss, so to speak?
Well, I hope so. I think that's the nature of competitors. I think competitors generally are very proud people. They compete because they don't compete because they want to lose. They compete because because they want to be victorious. And I think knowing that Vanderbilt did beat us in Nashville will be motivation to them.
Okay. Thank you, Coach.
Uh-huh.
Next is Kara Capuano of ESPN.
Coach, we got to catch Georgia very early in conference play. So now that you've played out the slate, when the Lady Bulldogs are playing their best basketball, what does that look like from your vantage point?
Well, they have a lot of energy on the defensive end. They have a lot of energy around the basketball, and they're attracted by the basketball, whether it's on the floor in someone's hands or on the board. Offensively, I think they're a team that runs when that opportunity presents itself, but executes in the half court when they can't run. When we have done those things and in combination, we've been a very good basketball team.
And for Georgia being closest to Duluth, just your impressions on that venue as the host of the SEC Women's Championship. What do you like about that Atlanta area opportunity for y'all to get a lot of fans there, et cetera?
Well, I think, first of all, the arena itself is a terrific facility. I think it has all the amenities that an arena should have if it's going to host a conference championship. I think it's comfortable and convenient for fans from all around the conference. But I also think it's comfortable for the teams. They have the right dressing rooms. The dressing rooms are generally well equipped, very adequate facilities for the teams. As far as our fans, certainly it is easier for Georgia fans to get there maybe than any of the other conference schools. So hopefully that will mean something. Playing at noon means some of those people are going to have to lay out of work.
Well, for you, I'm sure they'll do it, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, we'll wrap you up with Charles Odom of the Associated Press.
Hey, Andy.
Hey, Charles.
Before you spoke, Amanda Butler was talking about how many more SEC teams were ranked before you guys started playing each other, and you just said that you thought this is the most competitive top to bottom you've seen. Do you have any feel for what kind of national recognition, and I guess I'm speaking of people like NCAA Tournament Selection Committee, people might take into effect this kind of balance, when it comes to maybe considering teams that might not have the most sterling conference record?
Well, I don't have a feel for it, Charles, but I have an opinion. I have a thought about it, and that is that they most certainly should, must take the strength of our league seriously. This is about a 64-team bracket that should entertain the best available teams. In our league this year, there were a lot of very competitive basketball teams. And I think it is the charge of the basketball committee to put together a very competitive NCAA tournament. And they can't do that without including a large number of Southeastern Conference schools.